The perfect morning. Does it exist? Gentlemen, I think so. And in today's video, I'm sharing with you my perfect morning routine. So I want to be transparent. I don't always have a perfect morning like this, but it is something I strive for. And the days that I have this perfect morning routine, I can tell you my entire day is set. So gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into the perfect morning. The perfect day for me starts at 5 a.m. So this is assuming I went to bed at about 9 o'clock the night before and I got a good 8 hours of rest. So I go ahead and I turn off the alarm. And notice I have an alarm, not a phone in my room. I keep the phone downstairs over in the kitchen charging up, but in my room, I don't want to have any type of social media, any type of interference with me actually getting sleep. Now, when I sleep on my back. I like to use a thin pillow, and that for me is the best way to get rest. And as you can tell, I've got a couple visitors in my bed who snuck in at some point last night. I tell you, my daughters, they're like heat-seeking missiles. They just come in and they find me and they just snuggle. So now it's 5:05 and I'm downstairs having coffee with my wife. My wife and I find that this is the perfect time for us to actually spend time together and talk. No interruptions, no kids. We can actually talk about things that are important to us. Now, with my coffee, I like to use a French press. I'm going to put about 1 spoonful of coconut sugar along with a little bit of creamer. It's now 5:30. Self-development time. So I'm reading books, usually nonfiction, that are enhancing and opening up my mind to areas that I don't know a whole lot about. This book I'm reading right now is on finance and understanding how to invest properly. And yes, I've read many books on investments, but I do find if I can just get one nugget of information from a book, it is well worth it. And as much, I also love audiobooks. I try to listen to those when I'm traveling around, but there's something about in the morning, having your coffee and just sitting, reading a good book. Now it's 6 a.m. I'm on my way to the gym. So guys, I live in a small town of about 1,000 people and I use the local high school gym. It's pretty much the only gym in our area. It's about 1 mile from my house. So I don't have too far to go, but I still drive. Now, before I'm actually going to be driving my truck, I like to go start it, especially in these cold winter mornings, about 15 to 20 minutes before I get in it. And the drive is going to take less than 2 minutes. I just drive through downtown Wittenberg on the way over to my high school gym where I go in and these guys open at 6 a.m. So let me give you a quick tour here of the gym. Now, right now we're in the aquatic center. So let me go ahead and start showing you the pool. For a town of 1,000 people, to have an aquatic center like this, it's just amazing. So as we're going over this way and we're starting to go down the hall, you can see over here to the left-hand side is going to be the men's room that I change into. And what's cool, all of these plaques over here on the wall, these are donors. These are people, now I kind of find it's a little bit of motivation to see these people that have just given a bit of their resources to help build up this community that I'm lucky to be a part of. All right, so now we're in the gym. As you can see, it's pretty much empty. Early mornings, it is my gym and I love it. So let me give you a quick overview of what I'm currently doing in the gym. I spend about 10 to 15 minutes warming up on the elliptical. Then I'm going to go into specific exercises. Number one, I start off with the squat. So before I put any weight on here, I'm squatting with the bar, but then I'm eventually getting up to a working weight that I feel pretty comfortable with, and I'm knocking through a few sets of the squat. Exercise number 2 for me is the bench press. So similar to the squat, I'm actually doing 3 sets of 5. This is a working weight. I feel pretty comfortable doing this without a spotter. And yeah, so I'm just going to finish my sets right here. Now I finished my workout with the deadlift. And like I said, I have worked my way up to this weight. So this is a good working weight for me. I'm going to do 2 sets of 5 and boom, I am done with the gym. Now it's reward time, guys. I'm running to the pool and I'm jumping in that hot tub. 15 minutes soaking in there. It just feels great to start my day. Now, I will occasionally swim laps because I find that swimming is a great way to stretch out the muscles in your body. Now, I'm going into the men's locker room. I'm getting ready for the day. So I'm going to need to shave. I'm going to need to clean up. Going to need to shower. Need to get that chlorine off my body. Also need to change into the clothing that I'll be able to wear to film video. So what products are going to be in my DOP kit? Guys, the paid sponsor sponsor of today's video, the Dollar Shave Club. So their body cleanser. I love this for getting the chlorine off my body. When you are in the pool, you've got to get that chlorine off. That's a big deal. It's going to dry out your skin, especially in the winter. Now, their shave butter. I've talked about this before. A great product. This right here, better than anything that's going to come out of an aerosol can. And their razors. Okay, what I love about these razors is, yes, they are a cartridge. So there's a big advantage to that. Because when I put them in my Dopp kit, I throw it around. I do not want to damage these razors. So what you can do is you take it off right like that. You use this and then you put it right back in and you leave it. You go through one of these a week and guess what? You got the subscription. They're going to send it right out to you. Guys, that's why I love the Dollar Shave Club. Now, I'm going to link to them down in the description. I want you to go check them out. A great company. Gents, for a limited time, the Dollar Shave Club has a special deal. They call it the shower and shave starter set for $5 with free shipping. Again, guys, this is for a limited time, only for new members. Now, the special starter set, it comes with 3 trial-sized versions of the popular shave butter, that body wash, and the One Wipe Charlie butt wipes. You're also going to receive their executive razor, which includes a full cassette of cartridges. Guys, after you've used this first box, replacement cartridges are sent to you for only a few bucks a month. Guys, you can take advantage of this deal at www.dollarshaveclub.com/realmen. Again, that's www.dollarshaveclub.com/realmen. So it's 7:10 in the morning and I'm now just getting home. I'm in charge of breakfast in my house. So I'm going to go into the fridge. I'm going to see what's available. So I like to have meat and we've got bacon. We happen to live in a town with some of the best bacon in the world. Next up, we've got steak and I like a great steak and eggs for breakfast. Speaking of eggs, I always keep a lot of eggs stocked in the fridge. And with these eggs, I'm going to cook them in a variety of ways. But today it looks like I'm going to go with an omelet. So I can use these tomatoes, put them in the omelet and go ahead and maybe throw some spinach right in with that omelet. Doesn't that sound good? Yep, guys, I love to cook breakfast for my kids and my family, but they are a little bit particular. So I'm going to find that some of them are going to demand oatmeal as well. But I think a great breakfast is an awesome way to start the day. Now it's 7:55. I'm on my way to the office. I live less than a mile from my office, so don't have to go very far. And I am going to be in my office seated and already have coffee up and going at about 8 a.m. So when I'm in my office, this is what immediately I'm going to look at. First up, I'm going to be looking at sales. Next up, I'm going to be looking at traffic to my website, to YouTube. Next up, I'm going to go through emails. I'm also going to be focused on how far ahead are we on content. And I'm going to look at the performance of the last few weeks when it comes to videos and articles. So what I do next actually blows a lot of people away. I answer 200 emails in about 5 minutes. How do I do this? Okay, so we get on average 200 messages a day, and we're talking personal questions, people reaching out, wanting my help, wanting my guidance on style. They want to know, can you work with my company? And I used to just be overwhelmed with email. Now, I hired 2 assistants, and I have trained them up to be able to answer my emails. These assistants have gotten to know all my content. They've watched all 900 of my videos. They've checked out all 2,500 of my articles. They know my content almost as well as I do. And what that enables them to do is, for the vast majority of questions, they point people in the right direction and they provide value. They help them out. When I come in and I check my email at about maybe 8:15, I spend 5 minutes because I have one email that's waiting for me there. It's a summary email of, out of those 200 messages, there's maybe 5 to 10 which need my attention. And so I'll look over them and then I will do basically I use a 5-minute video recording. It's actually limited to 5 minutes. And I quickly answer those and I send that to both of my assistants. But that right there, not getting lost in my email, to me sets up the perfect morning. Now it's 9 a.m. and I am filming a video. Guys, I can tell you that this is the biggest value that I bring to my company, are the videos that I create and I put out here on YouTube. It's scalable. It reaches so many people. And whenever I can basically film 2 to 3 videos in one day, that day is a huge win. Videos for me are their money. They are basically where it's at. That is the best use of my time. And what I want to stress for you is, where is your time best spent? For your perfect morning, everything I did was actually setting me up to come in and to have a very productive 2 hours filming video. That's probably one of the most important things I do for my business. But for you, What is the most important thing that you do for your business, for your company, in your life, with your relationships? Make sure that you're giving that your time first thing in the morning when you're on top of your game. So now it's 11 a.m. and I'm going back to my company and I'm looking at fires. I'm looking at emergencies. Maybe we've got an issue, with the company, the website's down, or we've got an issue with, there are just things that pop up, and this is when I deal with it. All right, it's noon. Time for lunch, and I am now going to go home, have a great lunch with my family. We homeschool our kids, so it's great to be able just to go home and spend time with my family, ask them how their day's been going. My kids saw me briefly in the morning, but now I get to have a nice 30-minute to a 1-hour lunch with them. Gentlemen, that is my perfect morning. So hopefully you learned a little bit. Maybe you picked up a few things here or there. And I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments. What is your perfect morning? What sets up your day for success? And how can you stick with it? And don't forget, go check out Dollar Shave Club, guys. That's a great offer that they've got going right now. It's an awesome set, and all their products, which I talked about, actually the body wash does a great job at getting chlorine off when I'm in the shower. Like I said, the shave butter, this is a great product in of itself, and the post-shave cream. I love this stuff. So guys, go check out the Dollar Shave Club, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.